Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make some summer treats that are really good, and hopefully summer's not over for you guys yet, and I'm really hoping not, but if you guys haven't gone back to school, I feel sorry for you, but I hope you have a good year, and hopefully you have fun even though school is really not that much fun. Hopefully you make the best of it, and hopefully you enjoy anyways. And even if you're in school, you need to make these to treat yourself and all that good stuff. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, and favorite this video as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into making these delicious treats. For the first summer treat, I'm going to show you guys how to make ice cream sandwiches, because who doesn't love ice cream and cookies during the summertime? So we're going to put both of those things together. So the things you'll need are ice cream, and I'm using vanilla, but you can also use flavored, and I'm also going to be adding mix-ins, so I'm using mini Reese's Pieces, chopped up birthday cake flavored M&Ms, and also a chopped up s'mores Oreo, because who doesn't love s'mores during the summertime as well. So I chopped those up to put into the ice cream, except for the mini Reese's Pieces since they were already small. You will also need your favorite kind of cookie. I'm using chocolate chip cookies because those are the best in my opinion. And I got my cookies actually from Dollar Tree. And if you're going to be adding mix-ins to your vanilla ice cream, you will need a bowl and a spoon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and put this all together. So we're just going to scoop a few scoops of ice cream into our bowl, and as you can see, I totally failed there. Anyways, I went ahead and chopped up my M&Ms as you've seen before, and I just added those into the ice cream, and then I'm just going to stir that all together, and it will take a little bit to get it all stirred up and everything, but it's totally worth it in the end, and it doesn't really take that long. Anyways, so we're just going to add the ice cream on top of one of our cookies, and don't worry guys, my fingers were clean when I did this. I took my finger to smooth all the ice cream out. So as I said, my fingers were clean, I washed them, don't worry. And also, sorry I got out of the frame a little bit, that was kind of bad of me. But anyways, yeah, so now then we're going to take another cookie and place it right on top and kind of squish it down. I say this at the beginning, but you can also roll this in sprinkles or mini chocolate chips or whatever you want. And of course, if you have leftover ice cream, you can go ahead and eat that. Now I'm going to show you how to make a refreshing Starbucks passion tea lemonade. And I'm not going to lie, I have never had a passion tea lemonade from Starbucks, but this one tasted pretty good. So if you have ever had a passion tea lemonade from Starbucks and you make this one, let me know in the comments if it tasted similar to the one at Starbucks. You will need lemonade. I'm using Anderson Erickson. I don't know if Starbucks uses like Simply Lemonade or Homemade Lemonade, but you can use whatever you'd like, play around with it. You also need tons of passion tea bags, which I got at Walmart for around $3. And you will also need a sweetener such as sugar or whatever you'd like, ice, and of course water to make the tea. So basically I boiled my water and just follow the directions in the back of your box. I added 2 tea bags and then I just let that sit for, I think it said 5 or 10 minutes, I don't remember, just read the directions on the back of the box. Then I filled a cup, I don't have a Starbucks cup, I'm sorry. I filled a cup with some ice, and then I just poured in a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 being the lemonade and 1 being the passion tea, which I probably should have said a 1-to-2 ratio. But anyways, you get the idea. So like 1 cup of passion tea and like 2 cups of lemonade, or you know, whatever. And I think that's how Starbucks makes it. That's what I found out anyways. But yeah, you guys can definitely play around with it and then just shake it up. And also, I forgot to say, add in 2 teaspoons or so of sugar / sweetener, whatever you want to use. So yeah, and now then I'm just going to add a straw and drink it. You don't have to add a straw, but I mean, you know, Starbucks says, so why not? And I actually found a green and white striped straw. How awesome is that? So yeah, so I thought it tasted pretty good, even though I've never had one from Starbucks, but overall I thought it tasted good. Now then, this picture is not my picture, but this is more like a snow cone, which is kind of what you can make, and I'll tell you guys how. But mine, I'm going to show you guys how to make more of like a Slurpee kind of thing, I guess. I don't really know. But anyways, let's just get into what you're going to need. So you're going to need ½ cup of water, 1 cup of ice, an 1/8 cup of sugar, and ½ packet of Kool-Aid. If you want to double that, it would make a bigger batch, obviously, but I didn't want a ton. So basically, I put my ice into a food processor and kind of blended that up. But if you have a blender, by all means, please use a blender. I just didn't have a good blender that blended ice at the time. So I put that into my cup, and then I added the water, the sugar, and the Kool-Aid, and then just kind of mixed it up. And this is what it turned out to look like. If you use a blender, your ice chunks would be a little smaller. I had a few larger ice chunks that would not have fit through a straw, so I had to eat it with a spoon, unfortunately. But as I said, if I would have had a good blender at the time, I now have a good blender that blends ice really well, but I just didn't have the time of filming this. So if you did have a good blender, it would turn out way better, and it would turn out more like a Slurpee. If you want to make a Slurpee kind of like what I did, then you can just leave out the water and sugar, blend the ice, and you can also blend it in a snow cone maker if you have one. Put it into a cup, and you can also add a little bit of Kool-Aid to some water, and then use that as the like syrup, I guess, that they use on snow cones, or you can just use some snow cone flavoring if you have any. So that's how you can make a slush and also a snow cone. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make this homemade cake batter ice cream without an ice cream maker. And I have to say, it's really good. And the only thing is, it doesn't taste exactly like store-bought ice cream because it doesn't have the preservatives and stuff. It might have a few preservatives, but not as many. So it doesn't taste exactly like store-bought ice cream, but it's homemade. You know what's going into it, and it's really good. So you guys should definitely give this one a try. Here are the things you're going to need. You're going to need 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, a 1/4 cup of sprinkles, 1 cup of yellow cake mix, and you will also need a stand mixer with a whisk attachment, or you can also use a hand mixer as long as it has a whisk attachment. And you'll also need a cold bowl, so just put your bowl in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. This is not the cold bowl. You want to make sure to leave that cold bowl in the fridge. Use a different bowl for now, but just put your 1 cup of cake mix, and if I didn't say, I did have the recipe, so I didn't do 1 cup of cake mix, I did half. But then just add in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. And I apologize, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but you will need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So just add that in there and then give it a quick stir with a spatula. Make sure everything gets mixed up. Then just add in however many sprinkles you want. You don't even have to add sprinkles at all if you don't want to, but it does make it a lot more fun and more like cake batter. So again, as I said in the beginning, a 1/4 cup, but I just kind of eyeballed it and just put whatever I wanted in. Then I stirred it together, and this is what it looked like. Now then, I put my bowl onto my stand mixer, and again, this is the cold bowl now, and I just added 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. You only see me add 1 because, again, as I said, I have the recipe. Then I added the whisk attachment, and I mixed it on high until stiff peaks formed. You want to make sure not to overmix this because it will kind of churn and get kind of like butter consistency if you overmix it, so make sure and keep an eye on that. And I think I did it for about 2 to 3 minutes or so, so again, just keep an eye on it. So now we're going to take our whipping cream that we just whipped, obviously, and we're just going to put that into the bowl. It's kind of like a Cool Whip consistency, I guess. So yeah, now we're just going to put that into the bowl, as I said, with the cake mixture. So now then we're just going to fold it so that it gets incorporated into the cake mix, I guess, or the mix, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And also you want to fold it so that way it doesn't lose its fluffiness and everything, and you know, it wouldn't really taste like ice cream if it lost its fluffiness. So now then we're going to take a bread pan or loaf pan, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to add our ice cream in there. And this made quite a bit, but yours would make double what I made because I have the recipe. I told you guys the full recipe, but I only added half of what I said. So I will leave everything in the description box, the ingredients you will need for all these recipes and the directions and all that stuff. So check out the description box if you're a little confused or anything like that. So yeah, just make sure you add it all in there and then just kind of give it a nice smooth stir and everything with your spatula so that's like flat on top, I guess. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, just so that's flat and it's not all like, I don't even know what to say, like how mine looks, only I smoothed it out with the spatula in a few minutes. So now we're going to stick it in the freezer. Overnight is probably when it's best. That's what I did. It says 6 to 8 hours, but overnight is when it's best, and then you can serve it. So in this picture, as you can see, they added like chocolate chunks, which would be really good as a mix-in if you want to like scoop it into your bowl and then add that. Or even add brownie bits would be really, really good. Cold Stone Creamery has some of the best ice cream, I think. And every time I go there, I get their cake batter ice cream with sprinkles and brownies mixed in. And it's so delicious. I absolutely love it. So if you could find like a Cold Stone Creamery copycat brownie recipe, make those and add that into this ice cream, it would be so good. I think it would be really similar to Cold Stone Creamery's ice cream. So yeah, that's all for this video. Sorry there wasn't an insulate. I said there would be in this video, but yeah, I kind of forgot to make it. And plus I've been having problems with PicMonkey lately, so sorry that that's not in the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, share, and favorite, and let me know in the comments which recipe was your favorite, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys!